Skills give the power to the agent to perform a specific task. We have one skill that is import dataset. This skill allows you to load any kind of data to your FiftyOne account. But there is one specific one that is very, very interesting. That is the Hugging Face skill import dataset that allows you to load any dataset in the amazing world of Hugging Face and be able to put it in your FiftyOne account. Let's explore how to do that. First thing that we have to do is we are going to install the skills. In this case, we are going to use the skill GitHub repo. That is an internal repo that allows you to integrate and to install any skills. We're just going to go to the terminal and we are going to copy this. These skills, the first thing that it's going to do is going to show you which of the skills that are in this specific repo you can install. And you just have to go and click in the one or select the one that you want to use. In our case, I'm going to use the dataset 51 import. That is the number 3. Then the agent automatically detects which agent you have available in your computer and allow you to decide and select which one you want to use. For us, I'm going to use Claude Code, but actually Anti-Gravity and Gemini CLI are very nice as well to work with the skills. Let's go to Claude Code. Then it asks you if you want to do it as a project, like just in that repo, or if you want to do it globally. I'm going to do it globally. And finally, it's going to ask you if you are sure that you want to install this skill, and you're going to click yes. Perfect. After that, we are going to just open Claude Code, and we are going to open any file and our agent. Cool. Now that we have our agent, we can validate if the skill is installed. We can do it multiple times, multiple ways, but I want to do the simple one that is just, can you validate if the 51 skill is 51 import skill is available? And the agent is going to search in the settings of the skill and it's going to validate that it's there. We can see here that we have the 51 dataset import, and it has as well the Hugging Face app dataset as a format that we can use to integrate our data. Now, very important, we have to understand what is the dataset that we want to integrate. For this example, I'm going to use this one that is pretty nice because combine multiple images. First thing, always read what exactly do, what kind of format is support. This one contains RGB images, contain depth images, very interesting, as well contain intrinsic and extrinsic parameters that you can use to, if you are working, for example, with 3D based on images, or if you want to do depth estimation based on images, you're going to have the ground truth, you're going to have as well all this kind of data that you can use. Now we are going to the Hugging Face, and we are going to see the repo here. Now I'm just going to copy this link, and I'm going to come back to my agent, and I'm going to say, I would like to use the 51 skill import dataset to import this dataset from Hugging Face. That is all. The agent is going to go to the 51 skill, is going to get all the steps that we define, and then it's going to start to perform this task. Okay? First thing, it check if we have Hugging Face Hub and some requirements library that we need to use these specific skills. I just install it. Perfect. Now that install the package is going to start to check and download the dataset. To do this, it's going to go and list a repo files, and it's going to show me 50 files that we can get from the Hugging Face dataset. Very interesting, automatically detect that the format is a zip file. If we go again to the code, we can see that they have the zip files directly, and these files contains all the structure that we need to get from this Hugging Face repo. As a developer, we know that we have to go, we have to export we have to export the files, then we have to zip the file, we have to open it, we have to check the format. The agent is doing all of these steps, and now it's making me the first question. It's very important. These skills allow you and always ask you if you want to use this specific size of the dataset, maybe you want a smaller one, or maybe what kind of format do you want to integrate in this in your 51 account. It asks me the validation only, 7.2 gigabytes, the test only, validation plus test, or the full dataset. I'm gonna do the test only to just make it faster. It's around 3 GB. Now it's asking me to create some files, and it's gonna start to make all the process to be able to import this data set to our account. As you can see, it's combining not only the MCP51 functions, but as well it's using terminal command line as the way to run multiple formats. And it's able to get all of these parameters and way to run it because it's using the Hugging Face documentation and all the documentation that we have available to be able to import these data sets. Amazing. It just download all the data sets of the structure of the files, and now it's going to check this data set. That is very important. We need to understand what exactly is in the data set to be able to define what we would like to put in 51. Amazing. Now was able to download the data set, scan the full data set, understand the structure, and now you have to, based on your case of use, your application, you have to understand and you have to know which option would you like to use and which option would you like to implement. It say, okay, we can see it here. It tell me the structure. It has RGB real sense, grade photoneo, grade XYZ, deep real sense, deep photoneo, etc, etc. I can see that there are multiple kind of data. Just when you have multiple kind of data, the first thing that you have to think is maybe a group data set can help me to do this, to be able to have the same images in multiple formats. It's a good idea. There are 16 industrial objects filled with files. There are some annotations as well. And the question is, okay, let's proceed with this. We have 6 slices, 3 cameras, 2 modalities, and then ask me which one I would like to use. I'm going to import all the slices. And let's go. Important. You have metadata as well, and it's going to add the metadata. In this case, intrinsic and extrinsic parameters, and 51 support that to be able to later use that variable to, I don't know, create reconstructions or move from the reference frame to a specific reference frames and other kind of things that we can do. Perfect. Import complete. We have 297 sample each that contains the RGB real sense, the gray photoneo, gray XYZ, the real sense, the photoneo, the XYZ. We have some metadata, the set ID, scene ID, frame ID, camera ID. Here, the modality, the camera intrinsic, the camera extrinsic, and the depth scale in our data set. Yes, we can as well validate it if it's all the data, or if, for example, we want more data to include, or maybe you have another data set that you want to combine that. You can do that right now and be able to integrate it and visualize it and export it to 51. Nice. Now the app is going to open the final version and we are going to be able to see the data set in 51 directly. It's going to open one example. We can see here that we have the multiple formats and everything in just one place. We can go as well here and check the metadata, in this case, all the information, and we can just navigate to the data set. In this case, we just import the test data set from Hugging Face, but we can import the full data set and we can split it in training, test, validation. We can make small tweaks. Maybe if import the metadata in a format that was not appropriated, you can use a specific inclusive format of 51, or depends on your case of use. And as I said before, you can combine multiple data sets together. And that's it. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed these skills, and I hope you write in the comments what do you do with these skills and what data sets are you using. See you in the next skills.